If you only realise what you're trying to do, you're trying to, just like the story of, which I learned in English folklore, King Canute, who stood apparently somewhere in England, and because he thought he was the king, the emperor, with divine rights, he stood on the beach and tried to order the tide to go out when it was coming in. And obviously he made a fool of himself, because you cannot control nature. And for all the technology of our modern world, we cannot control this nature. And every time we do try and control it, we tend to get sort of these natural disasters, which prove to us you can't control these things. You have no power over it. And every time we try and get that power, we end up sort of feeling that we are somebody, until the point comes along where the truth of nature stares us in the face. Our body doesn't belong to us. Our partner is not our possession. Our world is not our domain. Even our mind is not at our whim to control. When we realise this, first of all, we don't realise it, but we're faced with the truth of that. We come up with what we call frustration. Why is it that I'm trying so hard, and you, wife, you, husband, you just don't understand? Why is it, company, earth, we're trying our very best, but why is it all going wrong? Now, why is it that when you sort of meditate, try and get your life together, it just can't work? You get frustrated. And as I mentioned here last week, and it's a very interesting thing for psychologists to investigate, I can actually see the link, between control and then frustration. The next stage is anger, and then depression. And I think those things actually follow in a sequence then. If you don't stop that sequence quickly, that's actually where one ends up. One wants to control, one thinks one can control, one gets frustrated, one just tries harder, which makes one more frustrated. And in the end, that frustration and anger. Why don't you understand? Why doesn't the body understand? Why does this happen to me? Why can't they do things differently? And if you get angry enough times, it just saps all your energy, all your willpower. And in the end, you just go into depression. You just give up. But give up big time. Not give up like monks give up. We're not depressed at all.